Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Have we got a show for you? Let me introduce our cast. The host with the most, from Punta Gorda, Florida, Mo Diggs. All the way from Chi-Town, Jello. Coming in hot special guests tonight. Some very special guests. So I need you right now to start typing your favorite emoji. Spam that chat with your favorite emoji right now. Spam it and spam it. I want to see it get crazy. Let's get ready to get over the top.
I feel like a lightning bolt hit the tip of my penis.
What's going on, Hawk fans? It's your boy Mo Diggs back here with Over the Top. We got the director in the house, Mark Morales. We got Andrew, the Spanish Thunder, in the house. We got Angelo from Illinois. What's going on, Chris McLean? Thanks for watching, brother.
What's up?
Thanks for watching. Thank you for spamming us. Yeah, I like that. So thank you guys so much. We got a really fun episode for you. We are bringing creativity back to Over the Top. We got some theoretical situations, and just like we always telling you guys, we're a very interactive podcast. We want to talk about what you guys want to talk about. We want to do those kind of things. And somebody mentioned that we keep talking about the Joker and Batman and other things like that. And you know what? Okay, fair enough. So we're going to do something a little different for you tonight. All right. So each of us, including Tony Blu-ray, who unfortunately could not be on the show tonight, he's stuck at Costco working this damn virus stuff. So unfortunately he couldn't join, but he already sent it over to me. We were all told to choose 2 movies from the 80s. One movie that you never want to see redone, and one movie that you do want to see rebooted, and who would you put in it? Sell me your movie. So each of us have a movie or 2 to talk about. And then we want to know what you think. Think about us. Would you buy our movie? Do you want to see our movie? Was it a pretty decent pick? Did you enjoy the show? We want to know what's going on. And listen here, Chris McLean. I told you to come by the house and pick up your gift. Okay, sir? I have a gift for you because you did guess where Tony Blu-ray was that night. So you do have a gift. You come by here anytime. We'll take a picture together. And I mean, you literally passed my house on your way home. So you literally do. All right. If anything, I'll give it to you Monday when I see you. So anyways, hey guys, why don't you guys go say what's up to the Hawk fans? Let them know you're here.
I said what's up. What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's having a wonderful St. Patrick's Day.
Cabbage and corned beef with a Sprite.
Tom Brady, go Bucks.
Tom Brady, go Bucks. Hi, Mom. Thanks for watching.
Vinny destroying my camera angle that I worked so diligently for.
That was very nice of you to say. Chris McLean says we have the best YouTube channel. So thank you so much, Chris. We might have to up your gift now. We might have to give you a little better. Kiss and ass will get you.
I was gonna say, what did you pay him to say that?
I didn't pay him.
Your ass, then he's getting that. What do you do if you suck your dick?
Whoa. We really have to have a Hawk fan sucks my dick. Come on now. You're acting all crazy. So nobody is wearing green. Well, Mom, there's a little green
last week.
Right here on the back of my homeboy's hat on my t-shirt, and that is the director, Kevin Smith, straight from his comic book shop from Red Bank, Indiana, New Jersey. So I am wearing green. Thank you very much. It counts. It counts.
The camera window is kind of green. It's like a turquoise.
It is. Nice.
Oh my God, Benny.
First of all, it doesn't matter if you wear green. St. Patrick's Day is canceled.
Well, in the bars and the nightclubs it is, but it doesn't mean people aren't celebrating at home. We had cabbage and corned beef at Nicole's mom's house.
It's dead to everybody.
Yeah,
Red
except the
eye.
Irish,
Oh,
except the Irish people. So anyhow, let's go ahead and let's kick this party started. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the two movies because Tony, being an '80s born child and is in love with '80s movies, he couldn't just pick one movie that he wanted left alone. He wanted to pick two. So I'm gonna give him his due justice since he did all the work and whatever whatnot. Two movies that he does not want to see rebooted. He wants them to be left alone. Do not touch them. They are perfect. Don't do anything. And number one is The Goonies. The Goonies. He doesn't think The Goonies should ever be rebooted. He doesn't think modernizing it will do the movie any justice. And honestly, you can't really modernize it because kids aren't allowed to go on adventures anymore. They go on adventures from their bedroom on their computer.
And you can't stereotype anymore.
And you can't stereotype anymore. So no fat boy doing the truffle shuffle and no little Asian boy good with technology. And you can't do any of the stuff. It's politically incorrect. So
fucking
Goonies,
politics.
great movie. I think he's spot on. I don't think that's a movie you can recreate. I think it's perfect the way it is. I mean, it's got hobbits in the movie, right? You got Sean Astin. You got the guy that grew up to marry the supermodel. I forget his actual name, but he was from Joe's Apartment. He was the Truffle Shuffle kid. Really good cast. Really good adventure. It's something you can share with your kids today, and they will enjoy it. I mean, like maybe not when they're like 3, 4 years old, but when they're 6, 7, 8, they'll enjoy it. It'll spark that imagination in their mind. And I think it's a great movie. What do you guys think of the movie?
So, quick question: did you run my little thing by Tony about the prequel to that?
I did not. I was gonna let you explain it on the show, but you changed your pick.
That's
I
what
did
I was
change
going to
my
ask
pick.
about was the prequel. But
So I think they should do a prequel to it to at least show where the hell One Eye Willie came from. Have him like why he set up all these traps,
Right.
how they ended up getting the map in the attic. I think it'd have been a good tell all, explain everything on how everything happened.
You know what? I don't disagree with that. I think I would go watch that movie. I would take my kids to go watch that movie, and then I'd come home and show them the Goonies after take them. I think that's a great idea. That is a great idea. What about you, Angelo? What do you think of the Goonies?
I think it should have a sequel. It should not be rebooted though.
You think it should have a okay? So Andrew thinks it should have a prequel. You
Oh,
think it should have a sequel.
yeah. A prequel. My bad. I mean, fucking cabbage and corned beef right now as we're speaking.
Is that what they call it up there now?
Mm-hmm.
So on St. Patrick's Day they call it corned beef and cabbage. Any other day they call it weed.
Can I finish?
No.
Can I finish?
No, you ain't doing that to me.
you need to finish eating or finish talking? Which one?
Or finish talking, one or the other. Come on, give us something. Oh, now follows the Homer Simpson belch. Here it comes, guys.
I don't have one. I don't have one. Yeah, give me a couple minutes. All right,
just
now.
like Coke Zero, how do you not able to belch? I can belch after gulping water. Oh, Joan hates prequels, so that makes a lot of sense that Andrew wants one.
Hi, Joan.
Opposite the track.
Hi, Myra.
I said hi to my mom.
You didn't say hi, Mom.
Yes, I did. Mom, tell him I said hi to you.
Did he say hi to you, Myra? Or do we have to just cut him off?
If I said hi to my mom, you owe me $5.
How long the delay is.
I ain't signing up for that.
I agree.
I'm not giving you $5.
You have to.
I agree, Mark
Yes,
owns
he
Mo
did.
money. Oh,
Yes.
Mark owes Mo $5.
We got about a 10-second delay.
Yep. $5.
But it doesn't matter if she had a delay, she heard it. So okay, so everybody's down for prequel. Nobody wants to see the movie rebooted. We all agree that is a movie to be left alone, right?
Yep, leave it alone. Nothing wrong with it.
All right. So that brings me to the second movie that he never wants to see redone, and he chose the movie Big.
Uh,
The
don't
movie
like.
Big, starring Tom Hanks. He's a 13-year-old boy who makes a wish at a psychic vending arcade game, and what he wishes is to be older. So he goes to sleep that night. He wakes up a grown man and literally has to make his way through New York. And he actually does well for himself with the mind of a child in a man's body and like becomes very successful. It's very funny. My mom wants to know who's going to write the prequel movie. We could probably get Brian to write it. He's pretty talented.
So
That would be a cool.
disagree. I'm gonna have to disagree on Big.
You think Big would work with a reboot?
I think Big would work with anything. It's just one of those movies that anybody can do it, and it won't even matter. Nobody's gonna watch it anyway.
Wow. Okay.
You got
And Angelo, how do you feel about it?
I mean, I don't know. I'm 50-50 between them two. Like, I understand what Andrew's saying, and at the same time, it's Tom Hanks before he became politically correct.
You know what it's like. It's gonna be like another Freaky Friday. That's all it is. It's one of those movies that anybody can do, and it's gonna be done.
But this is the thing. I want to counteract what you're saying a little bit. Now, do I think like plotline wise, it's one of those any whatever stories that anybody can create or whatever whatnot? Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But the movie itself, with Tom Hanks as the actor, and it may be Tom Hanks before he went politically correct, but Tom Hanks is probably one of the greatest actors we will have ever watched in our generation. His movies touch you in a way that not anybody can do. So it was it an anybody plot line, sure, but the performance itself, like you really felt him. Like he, you got what he was saying. You can mentalize it on some kind of level. Like watching it as a kid, it was totally different for me than it is now watching it as a man. And like sometimes I'll make a comment, but it's like the opposite. I was like, I wish I could be like a teenager again, but with what I already know to be a teenager and keep the knowledge that I had. Well, not the knowledge, but the wisdom of whatever the last 17 years have
you
taught
want to
me.
hear something, Mel? Want to hear something, Mel? This would be redone, maybe as a horror movie, because the world's too screwed up now. It ended up being really bad. You try to go in the world as a little kid like now, you probably end up dead somewhere. So it's a bit different nowadays.
I agree with you, Joan. I totally agree with you. That's why I'm saying I wouldn't want to see this movie rebooted either.
Yeah, but okay, so what you're saying is Tom Hanks did what he was paid to do. He read a script. I mean, to me, the movie Big, I mean, remember the movie with Richard Pryor, The Toy?
Yes.
Okay, I mean, it all falls under the same thing. Anybody can act that's a great actor. Of course he's going to make you feel something. The movie, it was mediocre.
But Richard Pryor is not really a great actor. Like, he's a great comedian.
Yeah, but in the movie The Toy, he was a pretty good actor. He made you feel shit just like Tom Hanks does in the movie Big.
And The Toy is a classic also.
But I'm just saying, anybody can remake that just like they can remake Big, and no one would give a damn. No one would be like, oh, they should have left that movie alone. They'd have been like, look, it's going to be better now because they're going to have better actors in it.
You could be right. I mean, you could be right. You could be wrong. Who knows? But I don't think they're going to remake this movie. I don't think that's one of these movies you bring back. Which brings me up to the movie that he wants to see redone. And I was actually really surprised he picked this movie because I feel like it's already been redone. And it's called The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger. It has Jesse the Body Ventura in it. A couple other actors. I forget their names at the top of my head, but it had a pretty good cast. Hulk Hogan was in it.
Hulk Hogan was not a Running Man.
He wasn't? Wasn't he Captain something?
No, that was Jesse Ventura.
Oh, okay. I thought Hogan was in it too, though.
Nope. Jesse Ventura is Captain some bullshit America type shit.
Okay. All right. Well, whatever. Wrestlers from the time were in it, and I mean, it did well for itself. It's about a movie about a man and a woman that are picked to play in this game, and the goal of the game is to survive.
It's because they were felons. They weren't exactly picked.
Well, they're felons. They're picked from the prison.
They're
Yeah.
picked to make an example. It's basically just to make an example of somebody that really breaks the law and thinks that they can get high ratings from it.
Well, this is where I say that this movie has been redone. There's a movie called The Condemned with Vinnie Jones and Stone Cold Steve Austin that they get sent to an island and they have to kill each other and the last man standing gets set free. There's a movie called The Gamer with Gerard Butler and Michael C. Hall that these guys are picked from prison and they become avatars for kid players, and if they survive to the end, they get set free and whatever whatnot. So that one's set in the future. So I think this movie's already been rebooted. Now, maybe he's looking for like a scene to scene reboot, like how they did The Omen or
Well, he
Poltergeist.
did pick a cast. Did you see his cast he picked?
I did see his cast. His cast, he wanted The Rock to play Arnold Schwarzenegger's part. He wanted Idris Elba to play one of the predators, the guys that were killing the prisoners or whatever you want to call them. The guy that did Jesse the Body Ventura, he picked John Cena. To play the game show host, which is the main villain, because he's also the producer and whatever whatnot. He chose Christopher Waltz.
Oh,
Not Christoph Waltz from Inglorious Bastards.
I would have said Michael Buffer.
Michael Buffer.
I mean, he's got the voice. Come on.
He got the voice, but Christoph Waltz has the chops. So, like, the cast that he picked for this movie, I would go watch this movie. I mean, I watched Gamer. I bought The Condemned. Also, they were interesting movies, and they got a lot of really good one-liners. It's a predominantly action movie. So if you're looking for gunshots and explosions and the nastiest part of human nature, then go watch those movies.
Who did he have?
Except for Gamer. Gamer was a little more touching than that. Like, there was a lot of heart behind it. But I thought he chose a terrific cast, and I think if they did reboot that movie and they had that cast, I would go watch that movie.
Who did he have as a female?
Who did he pick, Mark? You have the name. I can't pull it. It'd be harder for me to pull it up than you.
Because personally, I'd have to go with somebody like Eva Longoria.
He chose a Spanish actress. I know that for sure, but it's a younger girl, and I'm not sure what else she's been in. I think she was the girl from the new Terminator, the one that they saved.
Okay, I don't know her name either. I know who you're talking about, though.
Yeah, but I think he chose her to play the female part.
I could see a reboot of that. I'd actually probably go out and watch it.
There's two females.
Yeah,
I can't tell which one is for which character, but he had Idris Elba as Fireball and Isa Gonzalez as Amber Mendez.
Isa Gonzalez. What else has Isa Gonzalez been in? So I want to know if I got the girl right. That's the only thing I felt like I recognized her from, but I could be wrong.
I'll put up her picture and then I'll find out.
Hey, what's going on, man? Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Cool.
So since he had two not to be messed with, does he have two to reboot?
No, he only picked one to reboot.
Oh, slacker.
Slacker. All right. So you're buying the movie. Yeah, he picked the whole. He did his homework. He really tried. He put in effort.
All right, so I'm a slacker. Whatever.
It's all right. I slacked a little bit too. Like, I have it in my head. I didn't write anything down, and then I didn't send it to Mark either. I just sent him what I was doing. So those are Tony's picks. Let me know if you would go buy that movie. Would you watch that movie? Do you think it was a really cool cast? I mean, Chris McLean said not a bad cast. I don't know if he thought that was, maybe he thinks something better or whatever, whatnot. And just let us know what you think about that and hit us up with the comment. And while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and swing it to Andrew. And Andrew's going to go ahead and tell you what movie he does not want to see rebooted.
All right, the movie I don't ever want to see rebooted is the original Revenge of the Nerds.
Really?
It can't be done. Like everybody in today's society is a nerd. It's like it can't be done. It'd be like back in the day making a prep squad movie.
I guess I understand what you're saying. I didn't really think Revenge of the Nerds was that great a movie.
Well,
it's a iconic classic, man. All right.
I know it is, and I'm not saying that it's not. I'm just saying, like, I personally didn't enjoy watch. Maybe if I watched it now, it might be different. But when I did watch it, I didn't enjoy it.
Because you bully
maybe
nerds, that's probably why.
they made
You're probably one
a
of those
sequel.
I did not bully nerds, sir. Thank you very much. Okay,
But,
I stood up to the little guy.
They made like 4.
Sorry, I didn't like it, but I also watched it when I was like 12. So
They made
you know,
4 sequels to it. So I mean, it's like you probably caught one of the older ones.
yeah, exactly. It had to have been good, and just like Mark just said, it's an iconic movie. It's a cult classic.
Yeah, it's like the classic story of the underdogs getting ahead.
Yeah. So you know what? And I do kind of like a version of that movie. I loved Monster University, so that's kind of a Revenge of the Nerds. No, nobody. Oh, fuck y'all. Andrew, what movie you want to see rebooted?
All right, I'm gonna give you one that I want to see not rebooted, but I do want to see a sequel.
A sequel?
I don't know what this movie is, so I didn't get this one.
Ready?
Go ahead.
Spaceballs.
Baseball.
Okay.
You want to see you don't want to see another Star Wars parody movie?
I don't want to see them redo the original, but I do want to see part 2. They've always talked about it, but they've never done it.
Chris McClane said nope.
Spaceballs.
Nope, awesome. See Spaceballs too. But I mean, where would you go with it?
Where wouldn't you go with it? You can do anything that Star Wars has done already and just fucking throw it into that movie.
Well, I guess that's true.
I just don't know if there's enough good comedic actors around anymore, like those classic ones back then.
Joan Torres said,
"What's that fucking dude? What's that dude? Love? I can't remember his first name.
Love.
Last name Love. Big black dude. Faison Love would be the new Barf.
So you're gonna replace John Candy with
John Candy.
Same character, but just a different actor, like they did with the Hulk Marvel.
No, just like they brought on Baby Yoda. This is gonna be a character.
Like a totally different character. Okay, I get you. Okay,
it's gonna be the same idea. He's from the same planet, but his own character.
Okay, so you got Faison Love casted. Who else you got casted?
I would say for the shit, I don't even know. I'd have to get some ideas from y'all on the actual captain.
I hate to sound racist or anti-Semitic or anything like that, but I think you got to keep it to the Jewish culture because there's a lot of Semiticness in the movie. It's a very Jewish shot movie. The jokes are very Jewish and whatnot. So I think there's actually plenty of actors who can do that. You could cast Seth Rogen in there. You can put you can bring Barbara Streisand on. You can bring Dustin Hoffman on, and he'll be funny, and he'll play Mel Brooks' part, Dustin Hoffman. Who else? There's so much you could do. You could bring Joseph Gordon-Levitt on the movie and give it some star power, like what Bill Pullman did for the movie. For the girl, for Leia, you could bring Sarah Silverman. A lot of really good comedic power there, and they're also very intelligent comedians. I think it could work. I don't think that's a bad idea whatsoever.
But I mean,
I'll say this: the Jewish community in Hollywood, like they stick together. They're all in each other's movies and whatnot. Baby Driver from Dusk. Oh, she's the girl from the Dusk Till Dawn series. Yeah, I like her. She's good. Thank you, Mark. Thank you.
Like you have 9 Star Wars movies to fuck with to bring back Spaceballs too.
Well, I think it would work. I think it could work. Angela, are you back? I can't tell because there's no camera. No, not back yet. So you got two no's. You got a no from Chris McClain and a no from Joan Torres on it. But I think after discussing that kind of cast, what do you guys think? Do you think that would work, or you guys still a hard no? Is it a hard no?
I mean, I'd bring Star-Lord into the picture to make him the main character.
Chris Pratt. You bring Chris Pratt in. I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt would definitely be a cool Han Solo character.
Spaceballs 2 would definitely be funny. It'd be something refreshing. Some good.
Yeah, something to make fun of Star Wars a little bit too.
Imagine the comedy between fucking Chris Pratt and Faison Love.
That would be hilarious. That would be funny. I like it. Because I don't know actors, just tired of the storylines. Aw, Joan. You can't be tired of the storylines.
What story?
They're exciting.
Tired of what storyline? There's only one fucking movie like that.
She's tired of the Star Wars storylines. I think that's what she's saying.
But I bet you a joke.
I bet you if you cast rabbits in that fucking movie, she'd want to watch it.
Who doesn't want to see rabbits in space? I would go see a movie called Rabbits in Space. Space crap. That's what she says. She calls it space crap. All right, so you don't like space movies. That's how I feel about anime. I don't want to see no fucking anime crap anymore. How you like me now?
All right, I'm bringing in the last one I was going to reboot. The one I was going to reboot I was talking about earlier.
What's your reboot?
My final reboot is The Last Dragon.
Oh, yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Shay said, "Thank you." You got a big old thank you in all caps.
Like with the CGI they have nowadays, The Last Dragon would be fucking crazy. It'd be like.
But when you say reboot The Last Dragon, are you gonna keep it as a comedy?
Well, The Last Dragon was never really a comedy.
Yeah, it was. That was definitely a comedy.
It was not a comedy.
She was agreeing with the anime. My bad. He wasn't saying thank you to you. It was to me. I got to thank you. So, well, you're welcome, Shay. I'm glad somebody else feels the same way. But
I would set The Last Dragon in the 80s, the way it was in the movie.
Oh,
change up the dialogue, bring in new characters, and bring in a whole shitload of good CGI.
It's called an action comedy.
See, I told you it was a comedy.
It's only action comedy because they were using 80s words and people thought they were funny as hell when we're in the 2000s.
It was in the 80s when it was made. That wasn't made in the 2000s.
Yeah, but I bet you if you go back into the 80s, you look at the back of the fucking thing, it's not going to say action comedy. It'll be like fucking martial arts or some action type shit. It's not going to say comedy.
Well, I don't know. I don't agree with you. The first time I ever watched that movie, I thought it was hilarious. Matter of fact, we use a lot of Last Dragon gifs on our WhatsApp with each other. I can't name the characters, but the guy that plays Bruce Leroy, I mean, amazingly hilarious in his delivery.
I met him at MegaCon last year.
Martial arts he was learning was called the Glow. How is that serious? He went to go find a martial arts master known as the Glow.
No, he did not go find a martial arts master known as the Glow.
The master literally was Glow.
He went to go find literally somebody like Bruce Lee that would teach him how to harness his inner power.
But the guy's name was the Glow. That's what he's telling you.
The guy's name was not the Glow. Y'all need to watch this movie, man.
The martial arts style was called the Glow. That's what they call it.
Oh, the style of his fighting. The style of his fighting was called the Glow. Like Crouching Tiger or Hidden Dragon or whatever. Inner Glow. Inner Glow.
No. Inner Chico.
Yeah.
It literally explains the entire thing. Once you achieve the level of your fucking shit, when you get so good that your body actually starts to glow.
Like
the fighting style is not the Glow. Like I'm I feel like I'm trying to tell y'all this like I'm teaching kindergartners how to fucking spell.
Huh?
That's right.
Teaching us about animation.
All right, so who would you cast? Who would you cast?
I have no idea who to cast because there are no brownish type dudes that can fucking do this.
What are you talking about? What about the guy from Mortal Kombat or Universal Soldier? He's a martial artist. Wesley
No.
Snipes is a martial artist.
Okay, but do they look like they're in their early teens? Maybe
Well,
almost 20?
one of them maybe could play the sensei to teach them the fighting. That could be one of your cast right there. For the
Nah,
younger guys, as of in fighting, for Dart, I'm not sure who you would pick. I mean, Chadwick Boseman could be one. He was the Black Panther, or Michael B. Jordan can do it, and they both have a lot of depth. Chadwick Boseman has a little more of a comedic. He can be funny. I'm not so sure about the other guy,
who would you cast as a bad guy? Shonuff.
Michael B. Jordan. Who was the bad guy again?
Shonuff.
But what actor played him?
Some dude with some big ass hair. How about that?
Well, he can't have an afro like that in the next one because afros aren't in right now. It would have to be some like crazy emo hair or something like that, or like a
like I said, if you redo the movie, I still think it should be based in the 80s, not today.
Oh, you think it should still stay based in the 80s?
It should be based in the 80s. It would be a remake, but like I said, with all better graphics, all new martial arts type shit, all new CGI because it needed that. I mean, catching the bullet with his teeth, you can make it look a lot more real than what they did.
Talk about Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes was a martial artist for a very long time, way before he went to prison, Chris. All those moves he does on Blade, those are moves he does. And he used to do his own stunts in Hollywood, too. All his fight scenes, that's all shit that Wesley learned, man. Wesley ain't no slouch, is basically what I'm saying.
Who would play the female?
Oh, you got a lot of people who can play the female, man.
But it got
Tiffany Haddish can do it. If you want a little more serious actress, the girl that played Calypso on Pirates of the Caribbean and Black and Blue, that new cop movie that came out, she can do it. There's lots of different actresses out there that can do it.
But would they be able to sing?
I don't know. You'd have to. I mean, all because you can't sing doesn't mean you can't sound like you can sing in the movie. Somebody else just sing for you and you lip sync. That's all that will happen. Those are movie tricks. And then with synthesizers and auto tune now, and hell, friggin' Brian recorded me singing the other day, and I swear to God, I sound like Gavin DeGraw. I can't carry a note to save my life. My mom will tell you that, but I still sing. I don't care.
I say Dinklage as the villain that recruits everybody.
Peter Dinklage, he's an awesome actor too. You're picking some epic people, so I guess you want it to be more serious action than the original was. And I don't, you know what I mean? All because it's rebooted doesn't mean it has to be shot the exact same way. So, I'm not against that, man. Last Dragon was a great movie. I thought it was funny. It's still funny today. You can watch that and enjoy it. And if it got rebooted, I don't think people would be upset. I think they'd be excited. Pretty much like that movie Dolomite. That's like shooting Last Dragon. Like that's how that movie to me was. Dolomite.
I didn't even get to watch that.
You should watch it. It's funny. It's funny. It's good. And then Eddie Murphy has a way of like getting to you. Like he's a good guy. He's a good actor. I enjoy Eddie Murphy. All right. So we got Andrew's reboot, and we got his shit that's not to reboot, and we got the stuff he wanted to make sequels. The dude from American Gods. I don't know who that dude is, Shay. I'm not gonna lie. Who's the dude from American Gods? Anybody here watch American Gods?
What is that?
I guess you don't watch it. Angelo, do you watch American Gods? She says that he would be a funny Shonuff, the guy from American Gods.
No, I don't watch it. I'm sorry. Take care.
I'd have to look him up. I don't think I've ever seen that.
I'm gonna have to check it out. Shay. I will definitely check that out, and I will let you know if I agree with you or not. So we're gonna move on. I dug really, really deep when we decided we were gonna do this creativity movie, and I wanted to pick a couple movies that were very popular, very popular. I'm not so sure though if anyone is going to know what movies I'm talking about. So the first movie that I do not want to ever see rebooted. I don't ever want to see it rebooted, redone. None of it. It's called The Abyss. And The Abyss,
that was a good movie.
The Abyss is a great movie. It takes place in a submarine rig underneath the ocean, and they come in contact with an alien entity. Now, they're not sure if it's an alien entity or it's just a species that has never been discovered, but just too many things happen, and you know what it is. It's an alien, most definitely. It's pretty much their spaceships are all underwater and whatnot. There's a lot of pressure and strain, and it has drama. And I mean, I thought I think it is a perfect movie. I think it is a perfect movie. I think there's no reason to change it. It won Oscars.
It was
I
ahead
never
of its
want to
time.
see that movie.
Ahead of
I don't
its
want to see
time.
a don't want to see a sequel.
So if you didn't know whether it was an alien or another fish thing, you pretty much knew what it was at the end when that big ass ship came out the water.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like his spaceship was under the water, and then so that's the movie I don't want to see. Now, how do you guys feel about it?
I think like it was ahead of its time. It seemed like a movie that was from 10 years its future. The writing,
I
everything
totally
looked,
agree with
cinematography.
the graphics, the mental illness involved with being isolated underwater. It had a deep storyline.
I think if they ever redid that movie, it would be like fucking seeing Jabba the Hutt crawl across the fucking screen.
You're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop it. Oh, God. So Andrew thought it was a great movie. Mark agrees. Angelo got some baby issues right now. So I want to talk about a movie that I do want to see redone. This movie is from 1980, and it's called Altered States. Now, Altered State is based about a scientist from Harvard who's studying some kind of like sleep deprivation, isolation, whatever. And what he does is he created this capsule, and he floats in the capsule because it's filled with water. And he's basically ingesting hallucinogens into his body, and he's taking a wild trip isolated in this thing. Now, as the movie goes on, the more and more he does it, the more his body like depreciates. And like it's killing him doing it, but he can't stay away from it. He can't stay from the altered state of mind. He wants to keep going to the other world. And it's all just him tripping balls, basically, is what he's doing. And it's played by William Hurt. It was nominated for Best Sound, Best Music. Did not win, but it did win the Golden Globe. And it won a Golden Globe for, I think, Best Director and Best Writer. So it won a lot of awards. The acting in it is great. William Hurt. This is William Hurt in the 80s, so it's basically him in his prime. It's not the general he plays on the Hulk or anything that over the topness. He has a debonairness, a calm, genuine to his acting. He just did a great job. The movie itself was just a weird ride, kind of like watching Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas or some kind of movie that tricked you out like Vice.
So now I know what your mental state was when you went and watched the Joker. You were fucked up as a kid.
Well, I'm not disagreeing with that, but the Joker's a great movie. We're not talking about the Joker. Joan doesn't want to hear us talk about the Joker.
Sorry, my bad.
We're talking about Altered State. So I think
listen to that
would be great with a reboot. I don't really like the cinematics in it, it's very 80s. So his trips and his whatever, it's like a bunch of flashing lights, and it's like it's kind of like watching the scene of Dumbo when he starts like seeing all like the things on the walls and stuff like that. Like that's how it makes me feel. Like it's just it's too back.
Let's remake the movie, Mo. Let's do it.
I feel like I've seen a movie like that before, though.
Cinematics would be
Let's
so much
build our
better.
own
And the guy,
chamber.
let's do the real research. Let's make this movie. Orlando Jones. That's the guy from American God. Orlando Jones would be a good show enough. Absolutely, Shay. I totally agree with you. And Chris McLean says the Joker was so real and pure. So we're not going to open up that can of worms. The Joker was a great movie. Andrew thinks it was trash. That's old news on Over the Top. We're just going to move on. So, Altered States. If we rebooted this movie today, I think that you should cast in William Hurt's position Johnny Depp. I think Johnny Depp playing a mad scientist, just wanting to go into a crazy trip, go down this deep rabbit hole. I think Johnny Depp would just be perfect for this movie.
Mo, you had me about this close to shutting off this podcast and going over and watching TV if you would have said some fucking Joaquin Phoenix.
Well, I mean, Joaquin Phoenix wouldn't be a bad pick either, but I think Johnny Depp's the elite. Because Joaquin Phoenix can play deranged. He can definitely play deranged. But I think Johnny Depp is the king of obscurity. He is the king of obscurity in what it is. And Chris McLean just will not move on from you not liking the Joker. He wants to know if you like Air. Do you like Air? And then he also wanted to know if you liked food. Because he feels like if you like Air and food, you should like the Joker.
No, I don't like food.
He don't like food, man. He's eating Frito chili cheese chips right now. But yeah, I would put Johnny Depp in this role. I think it would make a terrific movie. I think mental illness movie and that kind of wildness included in the mysterious. Is he really going to another dimension? Is he really doing this? You won't know what's real and what's not. It'll be one of those movies that'll keep you suspenseful. You'll be thrilled. I think that this movie will be awesome.
I disagree.
Okay. Why?
I'm gonna eat more chips. Be quiet.
Oh, I think he's just disagreeing with the guy in the chat. That's all.
Oh, okay.
I think
he was disagreeing with you.
You should definitely watch Vice's documentary on these isolation chambers, because that guy literally did it himself. He was looking forward to it. I think he had an edible or something like that, and he went in the chamber because he heard about it, and he had a hard time explaining his experience, but it was like he left the planet is what he kind of explained it.
Yeah, like that's how he felt. Like he felt like he was really leaving. Like it was insane. It was insane, dude. And
yeah, they say it's the most peaceful awesome and stressless experience in those water chambers. You don't have to worry about anything. You just rest and relax. It's quiet.
Must be nice. I don't know what any of those things are. I have children and I work in retail.
And you have no pain because you're literally floating on water. They adjust the pH balance and the salt levels, so your body is lifeless. You're floating. It's like in space.
Oh yeah, I'm down for that. Jones says that he's going to be quiet because he's Andrew. He disagrees because he's Andrew. Well, that's my reboot.
That also.
So those are our movies that we want to see done. Those are our movies that we don't want to see done. Does anybody else have something they want to talk about?
I wanted to mention Starfighter.
What's that?
I wanted to mention The Last Starfighter, but I bet hardly anybody has watched that movie.
I know I haven't.
I mean, you haven't even watched Iron Eagle. I don't care.
I know, but I want to watch them. I just have no way of watching them. Because The Last Starfighter and yes, Chris McLean. Oh, this is one thing that Andrew and Chris McLean will get along about. Tom Brady's going to Tampa because McLean's a Buck fan too. And Killer Clowns is amazing. I hope they don't ruin it. Yeah, I heard they're rebooting this movie and they better not mess it up because that movie was legit scary. I remember watching that movie when I was a kid. I was terrified.
Yeah,
Terrified.
look, about Brady, like I told you earlier before the podcast aired, the first motherfucker that comes up to me and tells me I'm a bandwagon Buccaneers fan, I'm gonna go off.
It was scary to me, Joan. I'm sorry. I guess you're just tougher than I am. It's not scary to me now. I mean, I watched it when I was like 6 years old because my grandma would just put anything on the TV for me to watch.
You know what scared me about that fucking movie, and I've told Joan this before?
What?
I'm a driver. I like to drive. I think I can get away from all my problems by driving.
There's nothing wrong
When
with
I
that.
see that little fucking clown keeping up with that car, floating with some fucking headlights on his feet, I was pissed. That scared the shit out of me.
I feel you. They took away your safe place in that movie.
And that little bastard was floating with some fucking headlights on his feet, and it scared the shit out of me. I was mad as hell.
Yeah.
But I did get a chance to take Joan to Halloween Horror Nights, even though she didn't get to enjoy the entire thing because they wouldn't let us take pictures in there. But we
You
did.
gonna knock my block off or Andrew's?
She's referenced in the movie.
Oh, see, it's been a while. But yeah, I hope they don't mess it up. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. What about you, Mark? Did you enjoy Killer Clowns?
I stayed away from that movie. I don't like clowns. So I ain't gonna fucking watch Killer Clowns.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
You don't like Killer Clowns because you don't like clowns, but you like that lame ass movie that I won't mention the title of.
It's a whole different thing. He's not a clown. He's the Joker. It's a different thing.
Stop mentioning the name if I can't mention the my name that can't be mentioned.
I mean, you mentioned it plenty of times on the episode. So we're moving on. So I spent some time for you guys because, like, right now,
You don't want
they want us to stay indoors. But what the hell are we supposed to do? And is there anything good to even watch? So right now,
Mo,
there's 400 movies free to watch on YouTube. In case you don't know, 400 free movies you can watch. You just have to catch an ad
movies.
Pornhub.
every like 30 minutes or so. But there's 400 free movies. That's if they already know about Pornhub. They already know about watching Pornhub.
Thousands.
I'm talking about regular movie.
Thousands.
We know what Angela's watching if he gets quarantined.
Well, when he's bored, you can watch. I was trying to stay
Hi, Laura.
a theme with the 80s.
You.
So I went to every single like streaming service just in case of whatever you had. All of a sudden, Laura Johnson shows up for that. Laura shows up for Pornhub. He's like, "Yep, I know about that." Laura Johnson's all of a sudden she's here.
Chris McLean says, "Tell the government to Amazon deliver his check." I thought you had direct deposit like every other normal American, man. Who the hell gets checks nowadays?
I guess Chris.
I guess Chris does.
So 80s movies that you can watch for free depending on your streaming service. If you have Hulu, for free right now, there's Die Hard, Terminator, Spaceballs, Weird Science, Aliens, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. There's more good ones out there, but I was trying to pick 6 or 7. If
I
you
think
have
they need to remake
Netflix, you need to remake what?
Weird Science.
I think that
What?
could be interesting. Because science is
Get
so
the
different.
fuck
That was like an 80s computer and everything like that. You know, like
Yeah,
Weird
like
Science.
we're
Classic.
getting
they were
close.
rocking forward.
We're actually getting close to weird science. Actually, nowadays.
Yeah, we are. It would be more like reality.
Yeah, like this is true.
We're gonna have to get weirder.
No, that would be the same concept as Last Dragon. Keep it like way before technology was the way it is now.
In the 80s, and
Yeah,
so
but
it's like a scene reboot.
not make it as goofy as it was.
Make it more serious.
A little more serious, not much, but a little bit more.
So if you have Netflix, what's available for free right now on Netflix or for streaming is Indiana Jones. All three movies are there, but I put the Temple of Doom. But all three are there to watch. Stripes. These are all 80s films.
Oh.
Christine.
Joy here, and I apologize for that.
It is on Netflix.
Yep, Christine's on Netflix.
That's another one that could never remake.
No,
True.
Christine is the movie that she's taking.
Ghostbusters. The Last Dragon. And they have both of the two films, The Breakfast Club and the other film, is on Netflix.
Love Breakfast Club.
Okay, Jones online or Jones should be watching right now. She's never watched Breakfast Club or 16 Candles.
Oh,
So she can
Jones.
watch
Well,
them now on Netflix.
I don't think she'll enjoy them.
I think she'll like Breakfast Club. I don't know about 16 Candles.
Yeah, probably
Not 16 Candles. Sure, maybe Breakfast Club, because Breakfast Club has fucking Judd Nelson. He's awesome.
Judd Nelson, look, that was the goofiest fucking character I've ever seen him play. I think he overacted his part.
Awesome. Who? Wait, what did you say about Judd Nelson?
I think he overacted his part.
Man, Judd Nelson's the reason that movie was cool.
I think he fucking Jim carried that part.
You're nuts. You're insane. There was no bad acting in that movie. Everybody was good.
What movie were you watching?
The Breakfast Club?
Yeah, Judd Nelson in that movie was horrible.
No, he wasn't horrible. You're crazy.
He was almost like the nerd that tried to be the badass. Like he was pretending to be a badass.
Yeah. Like most badasses do in high school.
No, but like you can tell. Like you can tell his acting. It wasn't even like it didn't sell.
Laura,
His
don't
acting
hate.
didn't sell the character.
Laura said, "Don't hate."
I'm saying, like I said, his acting did not sell the character. I don't care what anybody says. It didn't sell the character.
Maybe not to you. That's good.
Emilio Estevez was more cut out for that part.
What? Emilio Estevez was fine playing the jock.
Emilio!
Angelo! I mean, sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to scream it. So yeah, those are really good picks. Mark, what else? Did you get any other?
I was staying with the 80s genre, so if you're on Disney Plus, obviously you can watch all the classic Disney, but I was looking at the 80s stuff, and what I would have contributed to not ever redo would be Flight of the Navigator. That's my contribution to that kind of conversation. That's on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And that was shot here in Florida, in case you don't know. The ship's at Disney World. You go check it out.
Yep.
Flight of the Navigator.
Again, I don't think Flight of the Navigator should be redone, but if it was, it would be awesome because of the technology they have today.
But keeping it the same way. And then you can even make that.
They've redone the graphics on it slightly. They recolored it, changed the spaceship to look more spaceship-y on the Blu-ray edition. I was looking at the differences on YouTube. Somebody was showing the difference between. They've redone it twice. And they redone it sometime in 2000 something, and then they redid it recently in 2016, the Blu-ray edition.
So it's been remastered.
Yeah.
Not redone.
Yeah, remastered.
They should remaster the Guyver.
MacGyver.
I think eventually over time they're gonna retouch all these films, remake them look a little bit cleaner,
Well,
more contrastier.
yeah, because they want to keep selling them.
So Disney
Absolutely.
Plus, Empire Strikes Back, 80s film, probably arguably one of the best of the Star Wars.
Not arguably, it was the best Star Wars movie ever made.
Tron is on Disney Plus in the 80s.
But they did redo Tron.
No, they did not redo Tron. They sequel Tron, which
They
was
did
fucking badass.
Oh, okay, my bad.
They sequeled it and actually had the original fucking characters from the original, which was pretty good.
I wasn't a Tron fan. So.
It was. I used to love the video game. I love the show. I thought it was badass. I love the whole reboot slash.
Yeah, I remember trying to watch the original and I couldn't get into it. I didn't like it. So when Tron Legacy came out, I didn't even go watch it. I didn't do anything. But like it looked like it was legit. It looked awesome.
If you watch Tron now
and then go backwards.
No, don't go backwards.
Yeah, because he already seen the first one. But he wasn't really interested. You said you watched part of it.
I think look, I think he's seen the first one as in like I didn't give a fuck about the movie. But now that he's actually into movies, he can actually understand what's going on. Watch the remastered version of it and then watch the sequel.
They did a really good job on that sequel they did. Like
I'll do it.
Like on the original, it wasn't. I mean, it was a good storyline, but all the glowing suits and shit, it was so. It made everything look so hazy and fuzzy.
Like Lawnmower Man.
To watch a remastered one to actually enjoy the movie.
I liked Lawnmower Man. I think that's a '90s movie.
Yeah, Lawnmower Man and what Johnny Mnemonic or whatever '90s movies.
Yeah, those are '90s movies.
So the last three I have for 80s from Disney Plus are all animated ones, but they're some of the greatest animated that there is. The Little Mermaid came out, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and The Fox and the Hound.
Don't say Roger Rabbit.
Okay. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I love that.
That was the biggest movie of the 80s, I think, at the time.
I only liked Rick Moranis because he was in Ghostbusters.
That's the only reason you like Rick Moranis?
Yep.
What about Little Shop of Horrors?
No, I'm not. I like the movie, but I didn't like it because it was more of a musical type thing. I'm not really into musicals that much.
Oh.
I heard they were going to redo it, though. I heard they're rebooting Little Shop of Horrors.
I didn't hear that too. Really?
That's going to be hard to do. But it should be. Hopefully they don't do what they did with Cats. As long as they don't do it with Cats, we should be good.
Yeah, I heard it was terrible. I didn't even give Cats a chance.
Did you hear the one dude from Cats is suing?
Thank you. Huh?
There's a dude from Cats suing the production company for making his package smaller on TV.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
All right, so in case you have none of these paid service, you can watch for free on YouTube because YouTube is free, and these are free movies. You'll get a couple ads, but I stayed with the 80s theme. Okay. But there's over 400 free movies right now.
There's over 400.
And number one on the list is none other than Over the Top. You can watch that for free on YouTube. Then Rambo, the original one, and I think they have the second Rambo as well. Hackers.
By the way,
it's free.
Rambo First Blood is the best Rambo ever made because it wasn't a Rambo movie. It was like a mental illness horror movie.
Pretty much. My dad made me watch all those.
So why you bring up 80s movies?
We're all doing 80 movies. It's all 80
no,
but The Wraith.
The what?
The Wraith.
I thought that was a 90s movie.
The Wraith was 80s.
I think it was 19
movies that are for free right now on YouTube is where I'm at right now.
Yeah, he's talking about movies that they can watch for free while we're stuck in our houses.
Yeah, movies you can watch
And
for
that's
free. And the Wraith 1986 short film.
Okay, so it was the '80s movie. You were right, Andrew. I stand correct.
Where is it on?
don't ever
it's
tell
free.
me I was.
You can watch it for free on IMDb TV. Thank you, Andrew. If you want to just watch it right on IMDb, you can watch it for free there.
Really?
Yeah, it says click here to watch it for free.
Nice.
And that
That's a
had
good movie. Charlie Sheen at its finest.
one of Charlie Sheen's first movies, ain't it?
Yeah. I think he did Major League first.
I don't think he did Major League before the Wraith.
No?
Major League was like late '80s, I believe.
Okay. But Charlie Sheen, man. What about Men at Work? Is that an '80s movie?
Men at Work with Emilio Estevez and Charlie Sheen.
That is
Yeah.
that is on the list.
Nice. That's another good one. Go watch that one.
That's free also, I think, on YouTube.
Killing somebody with a pellet gun.
Hackers.
Hackers never needs to be
Hackers never needs to be redone. It's been redone several times.
Yeah, but in a different way.
What movie?
There's lots of hacker movies.
They're all a little bit different. You have to play it differently. You can't just say kids hacking a computer. You gotta have like a storyline, or it sucks.
You know, it's a really cool hacker movie, Swordfish. It's not an '80s movie, but it's a really good hacker movie. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I got off topic. Let's stay forward. You got anything else left for us, Mark?
Teen Wolf is free on YouTube. And then
did they censor the ending?
It's completely uncensored on YouTube. It just says it's for adults.
So you can see the dude walking down the bleachers with his winky out.
Yeah, there's nudity on YouTube. There's a bunch of it in one of the movies I'm mentioning, which is called Breaking All the Rules. There's like right off the bat, but it warns already it's for adults. War Games. If you haven't seen that, that's a really interesting movie to watch, and it's
What's it called?
called War Games, and basically, a kid's playing on his computer, and he hacks in to the government thing, and he's playing this war simulator on the government computer, but the government think it's real, so they think there's this big attack happening, and they're all panicking, and it's causing chaos around the world, and the kid's just playing this game, and he don't even know what's going on.
So the girl from War Games is the gothic girl from Breakfast Club.
Okay.
Also, another '80s movie. I don't know if y'all ever watched Cloak and Dagger.
No, but I heard that was good.
No, not the new one.
I know you're talking about the old one.
The old one where the dude actually comes to life from like a board game character.
Yeah, I heard that movie was good.
Yeah, there's this kid running around with like this Atari fucking game or some shit, like an Atari cassette game, and it has like secret documents. If you can beat the game, it's got like these.
Your camera's off, by the way.
Secret government documents or some shit in the game, and all these government people are out to pretty much kill the kid just to get the cartridge.
Wow. All right. I liked.
Which studio did this game? Doesn't say where it's available. Well, you could pay for it, I guess. Oh, you get it with Amazon Prime.
What's that?
That's where I kind of screwed up. Amazon. I was gonna make a list for Amazon. I didn't make a list for Amazon. So if you guys want to make a list on cool movies from the '80s that are on Amazon, put it in the comments because I screwed.
Well, they got planes, trains, and automobiles. So I watched it the other day on Amazon Prime. That's an '80s movie. So, all right. So we got you guys some reboots, some Don't You Ever in Hell Touch This movies. We let you know what movies you can watch for free on what platforms, whether you pay for platforms or not. And I think that's about where we're at. Let us know what you thought of the creativity. Let us know if you want more episodes like that. Please hit us up with a comment, private message, anything like that. If you haven't already, follow us, like us, hit the notification bell. Please check us out. This is a completely interactive podcast, and we want to talk about what you guys want to talk about.
Yep. You guys make it fun and entertaining when you guys come out, hang out, talk crap, yell at Andrew, tell him he's crazy, yell at us, tell him we're crazy.
Love your comments.
I'm not crazy, and I'm not ever wrong.
Just rarely right.
Sometimes.
All right, guys. Hey, man, we're over the top. I'm Mo Jigs. Thank you guys so much. We'll catch y'all next week.
Yeah.